What's up, interweb? RhyQuinn here, and welcome to the GPC Season 5 Week 5 game against Schady and the Bayern Munich. This is a game that I have been dreading playing because it's Schady, but I'm actually quite excited for it at the same time, especially with the team I've built. This is the team builder video for this one. Our team, the Nidoqueen Oranges, are 2 and 2 right now. We inherited the team at 1 and 2. I made a mistake last week in saying we inherited it at 0 and 3. We didn't. We inherited the team at 1 and 2. We won our game last week 5-0, and we are back to 2 and 2. We are with a +1 differential as well. But Schady, Shady's undefeated so far. He's 4 and 0, so we are hoping to give him his first loss of the season, but it's very, very difficult to do with the draft that he has. So, going over both teams real quick, the Nidoqueen Park Rangers, my team that I can potentially bring to this match, is Kieran Black, Gengar, Vaporeon, Mega Pidgeot, Hitmontop, Ferrothorn, Thundurus Incarnate, Uxie, and Coughing. And the Bayern Munich have a very scary team that includes Jirachi, Salamence, Keldeo, Mega Diancie, Golurk, Miltank, Amoonguss, Skuntank, Ludicolo, Frostlass, and Torkoal. Very spooky threats on his side. I don't like having to face Jirachi, Salamence, Keldeo, and Mega Diancie. They kinda hurt. Golurk hits stupid hard. Miltank is way too bulky for its own good, same with Amoonguss. Skuntank is annoying and Schady knows how to use it really, really well. Ludicolo is a rain sweeper, and we know how Schady likes rain sweepers. Seismitoad. Frostlass is kind of annoying to my plans as well, and Torkoal is a bit of a nuisance too. So there's not really many weak links on Shady's team. It's a very solid, well thought out draft. And it's pretty damn spooky, let me tell you. So, really struggled to come up with a team for this week, but I did notice a few things. The fact that his fastest Mon is base 110 speed, being both Mega Diancie and Frostlass, and I have two things that outspeed everything, that being Thundurus Incarnate and Mega Pidgeot once it's Mega'd. So that's going to be pretty important for me to make sure I can have my speed tiers right and make sure I try and outspeed things. And another thing I noticed is that Mega Pidgeot absolutely destroys him. Like, holy Jesus, Mega Pidgeot, calm down. But anyway, let's get into the team that I have actually built for this week. And you will notice the first mon on the team is Darcely the Mega Pidgeot, because like I said, it absolutely destroys him. And it has big pecs before it Mega Evolves, no guard once it does, of course, with 88 in HP, 252 special attack, and 168 in speed with a timid nature, with Hurricane, Heat Wave, Hidden Power, Steel, and Work Up. So, he does not have a safe switch into Mega Pidgeot. Hands down, he just does not have one, because anything that wants to switch in, I will two-shot with either Hurricane, Heat Wave, or Hidden Power, Steel. Done. Finished. End of story. Like, I two-shot everything on his team. Apart from potentially, I think, maybe, don't quote me on this, I think there's still a chance for a max specially defensive Miltank to still be two-shotted by Hurricane anyway. Hidden Power Steals, of course, for the Mega Diancie, Heat Wave for the Jirachi. Everything else, I spam Hurricane over everything, and it does a ridiculous amount of damage. So, Mega Pidgeot doing Mega Pidgeot things. If I can force something out, and I go for a workup, I get to +1, I have a chance to one-shot everything. Yep, so that's fun, and like I said, I outspeed everything on his team, aside from Scarfers, of course. There is one actually that I should talk about first before I go on to the rest of my team. One that I'm expecting him to bring is Frostlass, and it is a very specific set I think he'd bring, and that's a Choice Scarfed Frostlass, which might seem really, really weird, but I feel like what he'd do is bring a Choice Scarf Switcheroo Frostlass, because with the Scarf it outspeeds my Mega Pidgeot and my Thundurus Incarnate, and it can obviously do huge amounts of damage with its Ice Stab to both of them. It's just a very nice one for him to have on his team, and I could see a Choice Scarf Frostlass potentially with Switcheroo coming to this week, so that's my little prediction, I guess, is that he'd bring a Choice Scarf Frostlass to this game. But that's just a little thing that I noted. Anyway, let's get on to the next mon on the team. I'm going to come back to Vaporeon in a bit because it's going to take a bit of explaining. But next we're going to move on to Mixie the Uxie, holding the leftovers with Levitate with Heal Bell, Stealth Rock, U-Turn, and Psychic. Max HP, 136 in defense, 108 in special defense, 16 in speed with a bold nature. Now this Uxie is here to just generally take hits from everything. It's Heal Bell to make sure that things stay healthy, because I feel like the main way he's going to try and take down Mega Pidgeot is to try and status it. I could very well see him bringing an Ockerberry Jirachi to eat a Heat Wave and then hit me with a Thunder Wave and make my Mega Pidgeot very, very slow. I don't want that, so I want to Heal Bell it off. I was potentially going to bring Refresh on Mega Pidgeot, but I figured Heal Bell will probably be better in case other things get status too. I don't want things getting burned, I don't want things getting poisoned, I don't want things getting paralyzed. So, like I said, I really want that Mega Pidgeot to stay quick. The main thing I'm worried about in terms of status coverage is Mega Pidgeot getting paralyzed, and I really want to get rid of that. So, I wanted Heal Bell on there mainly for that. I wanted Rocks Up in this game as well. Really hinders the Salamence. Also, just nice chip damage on basically everything else. If that Frostlass is sashed, then I can break its sash before it comes in potentially. Does 25% to Torkoal. If Torkoal wants to come in and get rid of the rocks, it's taking 25% on entry anyway. It doesn't have reliable recovery, so that's pretty nice. It just does very nice work to his team. Like, his potential hazard removal is Defog Salamence, which is going to take 25% on entry. Defog Skuntank, which is going to get pretty worn down fairly quick. And Rapid Spin on Torkoal. So 25% on 2 lots of his hazard removal, and just general nice chip damage on the third thing. Rocks are going to be really handy for this game. So obviously I'm going to have a bit of a hard time trying to get them up with a Mega Dancy floating around. Going to try and make predictions and all that jazz, but there's potential for me to try and get up rocks this game. Not the most crucial thing in the world, but they'd be very nice if I can get them up. Then I just have U-Turn and Psychic. U-Turn for a bit of initiative, because Uxie's not there to do damage in this game. It's literally there to keep my team healthy with Heal Bell, set up rocks when you can, and just gain some initiative with U-Turn. And then just Psychic for a bit of stab. Does some nice damage to things like the Keldeo and the Amoonguss. Can potentially two-shot both of them, which is great. Just get some nice general chip damage off on everything else, and then I can just U-turn around for momentum, because that's what Uxie can do, and it's very good at that. I have enough speed in Uxie to outspeed a max speed Jolly Golurk. The 16 EVs in speed allows me to outspeed a max speed Jolly Golurk, because if it wants to try and outspeed me, hit me up with a Shadow Punch, then I'm not having any of that, and I can, U-turn out before it hits me. And it'll let me know as well. If I stay in against Golurk and it hits me up with a Shadow Punch before I U-turn out, I know it's scarfed. So that'd be really nice to know. The defensive investment that I have, the 136 in defense with a Bold Nature, allows me to not be 2-hit KO'd by a max attack Jolly Iron Fist Shadow Punch from a Golurk, or a max attack Adamant Sucker Punch / Crunch / Pursuit when I'm switching out from a Skuntank. So I take less than 50% from all those hits. On the physical side, and then the leftover, I obviously put 16 into speed, and then my physical bulk. The leftover is just thrown into special defense to make sure I can try and take hits on that side as well, because that's what Uxie's there for, just try and sponge hits as much as it can. So that's what Uxie's main job is to do, just sponge hits for as long as it can. Next one on the team is Incarnet, the Thunderous Incarnate. Also holding the leftovers with Prankster with Substitute, Nasty Plot, Thunderbolt, and Hidden Power Flying. Max special attack, max speed, timid. Now, obviously, like I said, his fastest thing on his team is base 110 speed. I've got base 111, so I'm going max speed to make sure I can outspeed everything. I have Prankster Substitute and Nasty Plots, which is awesome. And it means I can get off my sub-Nasty Plot fairly freely. Not really, but if I can get up a Nasty Plot, I annihilate his team with Thunderbolt and HP Flying. The things I don't hit with Thunderbolt, at least even neutrally, like the things that take a Thunderbolt, obviously Golurk being immune, and Amoonguss are basically the only things that resist or are immune to my electric stab. So I've got HP Flying. I was considering HP Ice to hit both of them, but I figured HP Flying does a huge amount of damage to, much more damage to Amoonguss, potentially, one-shotting that at +2, and I still two-shot the Golurk regardless of whether it's HP Ice or HP Flying, so I figured that was worth it to pack the HP Flying, gives me a bit of stab, and it allows me to hit the Amoonguss and potentially one-shot it. I'd only two-shot if it was HP Ice, but with Hidden Power Flying, I can potentially OHKO it, and Golurk, I two-hit KO regardless of whether it's HP Flying or HP Ice, so that's at +2, by the way. At neutral, I'm doing like 30-35% to Golurk with HP Flying, which is still pretty decent damage, and I can still potentially two-shot the Amoonguss with HP Flying as well, depending on its spread, so that's pretty handy-dandy. But yeah, once Thunderous comes in, if I've identified his Scarfer and it's been taken care of, or it's no longer scarfed, whatever, then I can bring it in, sub-Nasty Plot up, and I can do a lot of damage to his team. I have a chance to one-shot, I believe it is, let me see about this, I have a chance or guaranteed to one-shot everything bar the Golurk and the Jirachi. Yep, that's it. Everything except the Golurk and the Jirachi I have potential or guaranteed to Oko if I'm at +2. And the Jirachi I still do 70 to 83% to like a max HP Jirachi. So if he's like an offensive one, it does more than that. And Golurk, again, like a max HP Golurk, does 60 to 71%. So if it's been worn down a little bit, or if he can't touch me, if I'm still behind a substitute and Golurk comes in, I can two-shot him and he'll break my sub, but whatever. So I'm okay with that. But yeah, Thunderous does a pretty nice number to his team, so Sub-Nasty Plot, T-Bot, HP Flying was what I felt was best for this week. So that is Incarnet, the Thunderous Incarnate. Next mon on the team is No Way Jose, the Hitmontop, holding the Assault Vest with Intimidate with Rapid Spin, Bullet Punch, Close Combat, and Sucker Punch. Max HP, 64 in attack, 196 in special defense with a careful nature. Now this spread is very, very important. Originally, I was going to go with a lot more attack investment and less special defense investment, but I figured this spread was more optimal because what this allows me to do, that HP and special defense investment with the Assault Vest, means that I am guaranteed to live from full a max special attack Moonblast from a Mega Diancie. And what it means is Mega Diancie can fire off a Moonblast against me. It will take me down to, this much health, not much left on me. I close combat on that turn, I do over half, and then it's in range of Bullet Punch on the following turn. And I can knock out Mega Diancie with my Hitmontop, especially if I go for close combat the first time when it goes for Moonblast against me, he may not think that I have Bullet Punch. So I can close combat the first turn, and then Bullet Punch the second one, and then that Mega Diancie is taken care of, because Bullet Punch Bullet Punch does just ever so slightly less than close combat. So Bullet Punch, I believe, has a 47% chance to 2-hit KO, whereas close combat does a 51% minimum. So if I go for a close combat, unless I get absolutely min-rolled on both of them, then that Mega Diancie is going to be dead. That's on like a completely uninvested Mega Diancie, by the way. So that's what the special defense investment is there for, and just generally to take hits, It's unlikely that my Hitmontop is going to be at full when that situation will arise, but it's just nice to have that bulk in the first place anyway. And if that scenario should come up, that my Hitmontop is at full and he's a max special attack Mega Diancie with Moonblast, then I know I can live the hit, basically. So that's pretty nice. Rapid Spin to get rid of hazards because I don't want them around. Bullet Punch, like I said, for that Mega Diancie. Close Combat for a bit of stab, and Sucker Punch to hit the things that I don't hit with Close Combat, really. Mainly the Golurk and the Frost, that's what I'm looking at. So yeah, that is No Way Jose, the Assault Vest Hitmontop. I like how I'm coming on to my 5th mon on the team, and it's not the most memeiest, and that is the Lord. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Lord Coughing, holding the Eviolite with Levitate, with Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, Clear Smog, and Flamethrower, max HP, max defense, bold with 8 in special attack. Now this Coughing actually does really well, and I was very happy to bring it. Because it can take hits from the likes of Salamence, can take hits from the likes of Golurk, Skuntank, things like that. It can take hits from those guys really, really well, and it can spread around burns. That's the main job of Coughing this week, is just to spread burns around. If I can burn the Salamence, if I can burn that Miltank, even though it has Heal Bow, if I can burn the Golurk, if I can burn the Skuntank, I will be grand. That's what I really want to do with Coughing, is just take physical hits all day, every day, and just burn things. That's its job. Also, it can stop setup. I can absolutely chew a +1 Outrage from a Salamence, and I can Clear Smog it, get rid of its Dragon Dance. That's a cool thing that Coughing can do. Or if the situation calls for it, I can Will-O-Wisp, if I don't think he's Lumberry, for whatever reason. Pain Split is really nice to have on Coughing, because it has a really low HP stat of only base 40 HP. So even though I'm max invested in HP, if I go for Pain Split against something that has a high HP stat, for example, I don't know, Jirachi, I'm going to get a lot back. I'm going to get up to a really nice percentage, and Jirachi is going to be really worn down. So Pain Split's a really nice option on that one. Then I just have Flamethrower to hit the things that Clear Smog doesn't, namely Jirachi. That's the main thing. Also allows me to hit the Frost that's a little bit harder and things like that, and the Amoonguss. So it's not bad coverage of Clear Smog and Flamethrower. I was going to pack Sludge Bomb, but at the end of the day, I don't want to be poisoning things. I want to burn things. That's Coughing's job, is to burn things, and I don't want to accidentally poison something like like a Salamence. Give it an opportunity to DD up and just annihilate my team. I'd much rather Clear Smog it, burn it, whatever. So that is Coughing's job. Tank physical hits, which it can do, and Clear Smog / burn things to prevent setup, and burn things and get them out my way. That's Coughing's job for this week. And now, last but not least, we come on to probably the memeiest set of the week. And that is going to be Finley the Vaporeon, holding the Mystic Water with Surf, Ice Beam, Synchronize, and Wish. 80 in HP, max special attack, and 176 in speed with a modest nature. Now, I was looking at Shady's draft, and I was looking at a bulky Vaporeon, because I knew I wanted Wish support for my team, especially with the likes of Uxie and Coughing, and Hitmontop to a degree as well. I wanted Wish support. That was locked in, guaranteed. I wanted Wish support. And I was looking at a standard bulky Vaporeon. I was looking at Wish, Heal Bell, because at this point I didn't have Heal Bell on Uxie. So I was like, Wish, Heal Bell, what else should I pack on there? Probably Scald to get some burns. I was like, hang on, the combination of Scald and Ice Beam actually really hurts him. What can I do with this information? And then I looked more and I was like, oh my god, an offensive Vaporeon absolutely destroys him. I was like, wait, hold on a second, there's a Keldeo. No, I can't bring an offensive Vaporeon, there's a Keldeo, just absolutely hardwall me. And that's why we're bringing Synchronize for that Keldeo. I don't think he's bringing Keldeo, because I don't think it has a good enough matchup for this week. He might bring like a Choice Scarf Keldeo with like Icy Wind or something, I don't know. But I don't think it has a good enough matchup, because the two things that outspeed it on my team are Mega Pidgeot and Thundurus and Carnet. So I can just basically constantly check that if it's not Scarf. So I don't think he's going to bring it. But if he does, I have Synchronize on my Vaporeon specifically for that Keldeo. And I have a chance to one-shot it from full with Synchronize. And that makes me very, very happy. But aside from Synchronize, which is probably the meme of the week, just Surf and Ice Beam really annihilates his team. I have a chance to two-shot everything on his team, aside from Ludicolo, which, by the way, I can still hit with Synchronize. It only does like 35 to 41% to like a max HP Ludicolo, but that could be crucial damage that I could get off. Obviously, he's probably going to make most of that back from Giga Drain, but I don't care. I'm bringing Synchronize, and you can't stop me. But Surf and Ice Beam just really, really hurts him. I can potentially one-shot, in fact, I'm guaranteed to one-shot the Salamence, the Mega Dancy, the Golurk, and the Torkoal. And then I have a chance to... I can two-hit KO the Miltank, the Amoonguss, Skuntank, the Frostlass. I have a chance to two-shot the Jirachi. It just does so much damage. I love it. And I'm hoping... The scenario in my head is I bring in Vaporeon on a certain moment, whatever, I fire up a Wish, and Shady's like, oh, it's a standard set. Like, while he switches out of a Mon, goes into another one, I throw up a Wish, and he's like, oh, it's just a, standard bulky Vaporeon, whatever. And then I just come in with a really hard-hitting Surf or an Ice Beam, and he's like, oh, that's not what I wanted. And then Vaporeon can just annihilate his life. That's pretty much it. We've just got wall-breaking Vaporeon this week, essentially. That's Vaporeon's job, just wall-break his team. And the speed investment that I have is enough speed to outspeed a max speed Adamant Golurk. That is what the speed investment is for. I could have gone with like a timid nature and tried to like speed creep like an Adamant Skuntank maybe, or like a max speed Ludicolo, but I didn't think it was worth it. I felt like the most common thing that he'd bring would be a max speed Adamant Golurk. I didn't feel it was worth outspeeding a Jolly one. I just don't see him doing that, honestly. But, maybe that decision might come back to haunt me if I'm not timid. But I feel like I needed the extra power, because without that Modest Nature, without the Mystic Water, then it would have been, shaky as to whether I could two-shot most things on his team. So, I wanted that extra power, so that's why I've gone Modest. I was looking at a timid Vaporeon with obviously a lot less speed investment with the timid nature, and then a lot more bulk investment. But I just didn't think it was worth it at the end of the day, because, like I said, I needed that power. So that is Finley the Vaporeon holding the Mystic Water. My meme of the week, and I so hope it does work, because if there's one thing I want to do, it's meme all over Shady's face. So that is my team for this week, ladies and gentlemen. We got some memes coming. We've got some memes coming, ladies and gentlemen. And, oh, where's my team? There it is. We got some memes coming, and I'm really looking forward to this game. I'm about to battle in just a little bit here, so I'm pretty pumped for this match. I hope you guys are excited for it. I'm 1-1 against Schady in draft format, so we're about to see who's going to go 2-1 in our little rivalry, I guess. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Shardy's a great friend of mine, and if you haven't already, please go down in the description and check out links to Schady. I think he's a fantastic content creator. I watch his videos all the time. He's a great battler, great prepper, very entertaining guy, and you should definitely go check out his videos if you haven't already. So do make sure to go do that down in the description. You'll also find links to the battle once it gets uploaded. I'm hoping to put the battle in the description, the Teambuilder. If I'm being organized, I might not, but hopefully I do. So yeah, that's going to be it for the Teambuilder, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like on the video. If you enjoy my content, you can, of course, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys sometime soon. Toodaloo.